Looking downfield, it's Parks. Right down the middle. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Give to the running back. Nice move to keep running. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. We've come to the break. It's Western Kentucky holding the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. They go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll go to the air. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. To the air, it's Parks. Gonna take a shot at this DB. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Florida State has the lead at this time, but there haven't been quite as many tomahawk chops today as we expected. This is close. They are up by 7 over Clemson. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Under fire. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Stallions will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Unleashes one deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Looking for a man. It's Parks. Going for it all. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Hilltoppers send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Here comes the heat. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, and it fell incomplete because you did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket, yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it, can't throw the football, can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
Short gain on the play before he slides.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground.
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. Third and long, it's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter onto the field. They let him get loose, break some tackles, and with the first, the offense stays on the field.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. It's complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. Don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Yeah, and that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
They're in field goal range here on fourth down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that...
Welcome to the home of the Big Red and the Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky and Bowling Green. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Stallions, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Hilltoppers will put toe to leather and we'll get started. On the move from inside is 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Stallions offense will have the football first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And a part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Fires to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Stallions will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Wants to bring it back. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers offense will get the ball for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this football game, they're not going to do what happened last week. You can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
To the air, it's Parks. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Quarterback making adjustments. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the middle. Finds the big tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. This time he's got it. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Topper!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. That makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it out. It's Bullock. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man out of the backfield. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield? This offense really needs to get something going. Punt on the opening drive, and now a 3rd and 10 coming up. Rushes on him. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. They got to him in a heartbeat. Man, was he back there quickly.
And you can see the linebackers up near the line of scrimmage. Which one's coming? He comes flying through with great speed. The offense had no clue how to get him blocked, and he gets the big sack.
Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They unleashed an aerial assault last time and took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Hilltoppers! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Off the play fake on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. Fires to the big fella. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll give it to the back. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking left. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. He lets it fly. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes, and that's exactly...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Leaves it with the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Back to pass, it's Parks. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, WKU. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Here comes the offense onto the field again. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Here's the handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Here we go, here we go. That's the end of the quarter. Western Kentucky is on top, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period will be a second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
They're desperate to do anything they can to try to slow down this guy who's just been spinning bean all day. A little carried away with that roughing penalty. Power football with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle.
Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
This is a receiver who's so dangerous once he has the football in his hands. That's a simple slant pass, but after he catches it, he's able to work in the middle of the field, finds the open green, and get the first down.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play call.
Lets it fly. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell.
Unloads it downfield. Makes a catch at the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Western Kentucky.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Florida State is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days when Bobby Bowden walked the sidelines, this has not been a blowout today in Tallahassee. They're up by 7 over Clemson. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's throwing picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
And the Stallions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Motion from the back. The give to the tailback. And the ball's loose in the backfield. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Oh, they're after him. He'll get rid of it. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Stallions will call on their punt team. Let's see what he can do with it. Cover's team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. The give to the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Back to pass, it's Parks. Throws to the wideout. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Running back searching for a hole. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next.
He's going for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete, the long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on fourth down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and
turning it on.
Well, good decision there by the QB. A little zone read action. He reads the defensive end crashing down, keeps it himself, gets a nice chunk of yards.
And when you do that, you sort of get the drive going or keep it going, as the case may be.
It's amazing in college football now how big of a part of each offense the zone read has become. As we're seeing more and more athletic quarterbacks on rosters now, that is a staple of this sport.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before. He makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Handoff from the gun. At the 20, he's got space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to...
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Man, another negative play for this offense. You've had the turnovers. You're throwing in the sacks. Like, they've got to do something better. They got to protect their quarterback, and they got to take care of the football. There's step 1 and 2.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll go to the ground. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. It's good.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Set to kick it off.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Catch in the middle, it's Wiles. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. The Hilltoppers getting set on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. He has the first and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Looking to throw, it's Parks. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, you've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
They'll immediately call timeout. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. He splits the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Bowling Green, Kentucky. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at LT Smith Stadium.
And the Stallions will kick it off to start the second half. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. They keep it on the ground to open the third. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Snags it over the middle. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Looking for space, it's Rogers. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
And the Hilltoppers are on the move. Looking to throw, it's Parks. Makes the grab, it's Price. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. New set of downs after the completion. Leaves it with the running back. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Hands it off. There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Topper. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
2 teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. TCU roll to victory in front of those fans in Fort Worth who had the Go Frogs hand sign up for 60 minutes. Super Frog was flexing all game too, as complete a win as they've had for some time. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
And Kevin Connor's keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets to the 14.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Makes a man miss. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The Stallions come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
They'll leave it with him. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going?
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
Makes the catch at the 35. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and they wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, though.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Back to throw, it's Parks. Finds his tight end. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup, spotted at the 25-yard line. Down to the 26-yard line and a 1st down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Finds a little bit of room, give him a couple down to the 23.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Oh, he's got some space. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. The Hilltoppers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one. It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hilltopper. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
This always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
He'll bring it out. It's Roberts. And the returner will be brought down. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Off play action. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with a first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Finds a tight end.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. To the air. It's Grimes. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
He wants to go deep. Got it! And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, WKU! That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well. And the Stallions come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Scanning the field, it's Grimes. Finds his big tight end. Breaks into the open. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. The Stallions come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Bringing the heat. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Well, you look at Webster's dictionary and the term game wrecker, a picture of this guy is going to show up. He has been unstoppable in this football game. That's his 2nd sack here today.
And the Stallions have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Looking for a gap. It's Roberts. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being...
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake, but this game is well in hand.
Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Turning it on. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. This is what you're looking for when you have the better.